Hello everybody, welcome back to an edition of the EcoStruxure Operator Terminal Expert. I'm your host, Leandro Mada, and in this video what we're going to see is how we can configure the alarms. So when we have an alarm, we can trigger an action to go to a different panel or a different screen. Okay, so let's open the software. So I'm just going to start a new project from scratch. I'm going to create a few variables. So variables here, all variables, bool x on 001. Let's create another one, just in case. So now that we have this variable, I'm going to create an alarm group. Here, alarm group in the top. Alarm group, we can name this whatever you want. So here we're going to add Boolean variables. Add variables. I'm going to add these three variables over here. Add message alarm 001 la 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 la. Control C, Control V, alarm 2, alarm 3, indication blah 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 blah. Okay, I'm going to trigger this when they are in true. Now, so I have configured the alarms. So now what we can do is to create those screens. Let's create this one and another one. Okay, so on the screen number 3, I'm going to use for alarms. And here I'm going to put the object for alarms, alarm summary. Okay, here, alarm group, this one, functions, alarm group, lock mode, selection, lock active, and this one. So it doesn't put all the variables there. Okay, so now we have this. Okay, we need to check when we have alarm active. Okay, so imagine that we are on the screen number 1. Now we are playing with the things here. So let's put alarm toggle for the alarm 1, current value, variable. Okay, and the same can be done for the other 3, for the 2. So the idea would be magically these alarms will be triggered coming from the PLC or somewhere else, and then it just moved to another place. So what we need to check is here on the script, all variables, and play with the trigger. So it's going to be on condition on value change. Okay, and here we just need to find the right variable for this. So when alarm status change, we can do this one. Okay, no, alarm requirements. Let's have a look on the variables that we have. Okay, just thinking over here. So let's see, alarm group, alarm group dot alarm group 1 dot current active count on this one. So on value change, when the alarm group variable change the active count, okay, we can see that goes to another place. Okay, so in this particular case, I'm not going to do anything, just probably a beep. That's it. But I want to check the status of this variable to see if it changed. So project screen 1, you can put this here. Okay, and the numeric display. And here I need to select for alarm. No, alarm group 1. Current active count. No enable. One way. We are not going to write over there. So we need to see if this change. So let's simulate. Just thinking, okay, although the process, I haven't practiced this part yet. So here you can see that this one is trigger and it's a day accumulative. So what we can do now is to go like this. Screen, script, no. So here, the all scripts. So when this one change, we need to do something. But we need to do something when something happen and is higher than 1. So where is the if condition? If now, and now the comparison. What is the comparison? No. Here, we just need to use the same one. And see if this value is higher equal than 1. So if this value is higher or equal, then we can do something. Otherwise, there is no point if it's 0 to do something, or in case you want, you can do it. So here, what I'm going to do is going to be to change screen, value change, and here I'm going to use a constant to move to a specific one. It's going to be the number 3 that has the alarms. I'm going to make set to our variable. Let me see, target dot target 1 dot let's see, preferences, screen ID. There we go. So by doing this, as soon as it changes and it has a value 1 or higher, it goes to the panel tree. So the idea would be, for example, if you have one alarm, it goes. If you have another active alarm, it just go again there. So project. So this part seems to be fine. So we need to test it. Well, before doing that, what we can do is to add a switch and goes to one specific screen change. Specific ID is going to be going to the number 3. On this one, I'm going to copy and paste it on the alarms and put it to go back, or just one specific. Okay, and I create this one unnecessarily. So let's play with this and see what happens. So alarm active and it goes fine. Alarm return to normal, no issue at all. So I'm going to activate it again. Fine. I'm going to activate this again and it goes because it's a new alarm. And then here, the only issue will be that it will go back to the same one because it's just left. So we need to double check that one. And see how we can do it. We can have, let's see, which other variables do we have? No. Let's see. It's hide on 1. Just go. How we can make that happen? So we need to say the previous value. We can do another video for that one, but the idea would be to save this value. Okay, to save this value, and if the value compared to the previous one is lower, we don't go to the screen. Okay, we need to add like additional if and comparison, but we can do that in another one. So this is how you can trigger actions. Okay, as soon as you get an alarm, you just need to check on those alarm groups on the alarms variable type, okay, in order to do and trigger actions. So in the next video, we will probably go further how we can play with it and make some modifications. So thank you very much for watching this video, and I see you on the next one.